If you know, you know. So Deontay Wilder is getting closer to his goal of becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion and having one face, one name in the heavyweight division. And that's by pursuing a fight with Andy Ruiz, who is currently the unified champion in the heavyweight division. He currently holds 3 belts, while Deontay Wilder is holding the main belt, the WBC, and he is the longest reigning heavyweight champion today. Till this day, Deontay Wilder is the longest reigning champion, period, in boxing, him and Gary Russell. But Deontay Wilder in the past been trying to secure fights with other champions like Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, but of no use. You know, they turned him down. Plenty of fighters been ducking him, and that's no secret in the heavyweight division. But now, since Ruiz is the heavyweight champion of the world with Deontay Wilder, and they both on the PBC side, and they signed with Al Heyman, that fight is easily made. Unlike the Anthony Joshua fight, where Anthony Joshua fight for DAZN, he used to fight for Showtime, but at the time, Anthony Joshua turned that fight down like 5 times. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, Deontay Wilder was pursuing a rematch with him. However, Tyson Fury was not interested in a rematch right away with Deontay Wilder. He didn't want to run it back, and he went and signed with ESPN, turning down the rematch with Deontay Wilder for the highest career payday of $40 million. And then he ended up fighting a fighter that's ranked number 63, and he got paid like $1 million for that fight. So Deontay Wilder is doing the right thing by pursuing a fight with Andy Ruiz, because that's the fight that matters the most right now. Because if they do fight, it will be for the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And it only makes sense because Wilder doing his best of securing a fight with Tyson Fury, Ortiz, Anthony Joshua, and instead they rather turn him down to fight unknown names like Tyson Fury did, or Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, just not interested in the fight, period. So Deontay Wilder, instead of using his leverage, because Tyson Fury needs him more than Deontay Wilder does, not the other way around. So like I said in the past, Wilder should use his leverage, because if Wilder doesn't bless Tyson Fury with a rematch, ESPN lost on a huge investment. Because in order for Tyson Fury to make the big bucks, he has to get that rematch with Wilder. And we already know Wilder tried to give Tyson Fury a rematch yet again and pursue that fight, and Wilder signed his portion. However, Tyson Fury came out and stated that he haven't signed the rematch yet with Deontay Wilder. And he stated that Wilder is clout chasing, even though ESPN, the network that Tyson Fury fights on, came out with a list where they stated that Deontay Wilder is the most popular boxer in the world. So obviously Tyson Fury is the one clout chasing, because throughout the buildup of his last fight, when he fought Soluski, I believe, he was talking about Deontay Wilder more than he was talking about his opponent. Same thing with Anthony Joshua. When he was fighting Andy Ruiz, he was talking about Deontay Wilder more than he was talking about Ruiz. You would thought he was finna fight Deontay Wilder next, the way he was talking about Wilder. So like I said, who is really clout chasing? Let that marinate. Now, Deontay Wilder came out and stated that he pursuing a fight with Ruiz, and the rematches that he had planned, he might put them on pause and hold for a moment till he take care of business, possibly with Ruiz, because that fight is easier to make. And Ruiz, on the other hand, unlike Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, on the other hand, he's willing to fight everyone, and he personally already stated that he wants the Deontay Wilder fight as well. So that fight is easily made. And like I said, why Deontay Wilder has to lowball himself and do the most in order to secure a fight with Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, when they the ones that's maneuvering. And to make matter worse, he's the fighter that matters the most, because he's the most popular fighter in the world. He's the fighter that brings excitement to the ring. Even ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, and obviously Tyson Fury fights for ESPN as well, he stated that he enjoyed watching Deontay Wilder fights the most, and that's the fighter he marked on his calendar whenever he fights. Unlike a Tyson Fury, he stated that he don't care much of Tyson Fury because of his style, because his style is boring. So this is coming from a guy who works for ESPN, the same network that Tyson Fury works for or fights for. So I ain't saying it. Stephen A. Smith saying that. And I believe we could all co-sign the fact that Tyson Fury is not more entertaining than Deontay Wilder in and outside of the ring. So Deontay Wilder is the most popular fighter in the world for a reason, because every time he gets a knockout, it goes viral. And like I said, he's one of the highest paid athletes in the world. He even made the Forbes list. He's the 3rd highest paid boxer in the world today. And that's for a reason. So like I said, instead of doing the most to make these fights happen with Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Ortiz or whatever, just to prove a point, he should use his leverage instead and fight the fighters that's willing to fight him, especially if it's a fight that's so significant, like a fight with Andy Ruiz, where it's going to be for the undisputed title. And that fight is a big fight. And I believe Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz is as big as an Anthony Joshua fight with Wilder if Anthony Joshua was still undefeated. You know, we all know Ruiz is Mexican, and he's the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. He made history. So a unification bout, that's like a USA versus Mexico. I mean, this fight could easily sell 1 million to 2 million pay-per-views. So Deontay Wilder is doing the right thing by pursuing that fight and focusing on it. All he has to do is get past Ortiz rematch, and that's a dangerous fight. And on the other hand, Andy Ruiz got to get a win versus Anthony Joshua in the rematch as well. And if both fighters turn out to be victorious, that fight is easily made next. So that's the biggest fight in boxing. I will keep y'all updated on it. So subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't, and listen to these casual ass fans or Eddie Hearn or somebody. And if y'all like the boxing memes or the boxing footage that y'all see on my videos, follow Latoon Boxing for the funniest boxing memes on Instagram, and follow me at Aki TV on Instagram. And subscribe to my channel at Aki TV on YouTube, and enable the notification bell to get notified every time I go live, and do the same thing for Dante Boxing Nation. So peace, and we out here.